Okay. Hi, this is Ice 3. Currently, it is February the 28th, 2026. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the Hillary Clinton and the Bill Clinton deposition that happened on February the 26th and the 27th until the depositions are released because I want to get all the facts straight first. I want to know what questions were asked and what questions may be pertinent to the astrology. That's one thing. In this video, I'm just going to ramble because I had an incident last night with this rat that I mentioned in my video that I made on December the 25th, 2025. I won't call him Jerry. Well, actually, no, I had the incident on today's 28th. So I think it was on the 26th of February. Anyway. Oh, and another thing is that I think that also is reportedly or allegedly for now because I glanced at the story and I'm like, I don't care about this. I'm tired of war and I'm tired of the objective for this channel, this YouTube channel, is to focus on the Clintons because they're going through the same astrology as they did during the Monica Lewinsky scandal. And I think during that period of time, also I think Bill Clinton, he also initiated some strikes in Israel. I mean, not in Iran. Anyway, but Iran has my condolences in regards to anybody that was hurt or killed inside of the strikes that happened in Iran. Another thing is that, to me, I'm coming to the conclusion that Iran is just a proxy in regards to whenever there's anything that happens inside the United States that can cause like civil distress. Pretty much, the United States they tend to strike Iran. I mean, if you think back, all the way back on June the 21st or the 22nd, 2025, I think the United States they struck Iran's nuclear power plants or whatever, claiming that they were making nuclear weapons like that. Even though I think the president at the time they said no, this is it's an energy source, a source of energy. Anyway, but during that period of time of June 2025, I think that they were having the No Kings protests on June the 14th. Keep in mind 2025. Keep in mind the United States struck the Iranian nuclear energy sites, I believe, on June the 22nd, 2025. But on June the 14th, 2025, which is also Donald Trump's birthday, they had this huge parade in regards to the military. I forgot which branch of the military they were celebrating. I think it was probably the Navy. I'm not sure at this point in time. I'm just going by memory and a few notes because I'm tired. I had this incident with this rat last night. My ear is still ringing from what I did, and I already said I was going to get rid of him. Anyway, and I'll tell you the story behind that. Behind that. Anyway, my point. Back to the strikes inside of Iran. Now, on June the 14th, 2025, that was Donald Trump's birthday, but also they had a huge parade. I don't know if it was in relation to the military. I forgot the exact branch. Maybe it's the Navy or the whatever. So that happened, but also on the same day, with June 14th, 2025, that's when Melissa Hortman and I believe her husband, they were killed by Tim Walt's staff member. So let me get his name real quick. Let me pause a second. So let me go by this real quick. So House Speaker Minnesota State Legislator and former House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, I guess Hortman, were shot and killed in their home, and I believe in Minnesota. Also, John Hoffman and his wife Yvette were shot and wounded in a separate attack, and the suspect's name was Vance Luther Bolter. He also possessed a hit list of 45 officials, and he was arrested after a 2-day manhunt. Again, Vance Luther Bolter was Tim Waltz's staff member, reportedly, at one point in time. And you know that Tim Waltz was I forgot this woman's name. Let me pause for a second. Kamala Harris. This embarrassing. And what's even worse about trying to what made me remember her name was the simple fact of the matter is that her father's name is Donald J. Harris. So like you can if Donald Trump can always ask Kamala Harris, "Who's your daddy?" and she will always have to say Donald J. Harris. Anyway, anyway, it's just something to think about. Anyway, so again, Tim Walz was Kamala Harris's vice presidential pick, and it's apparent staff member Bolter, Vance Luther Bolter. He killed several two people on the day of the No Kings protest, and which finally led apparently to, I'm not gonna say led, which coincidentally, seemingly, I just say led, but that's not the correct word, to the strikes inside of Iran on June 22nd, 2025. But keep in mind the astrology that was shown was for J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance, I believe his progressed moon made an aspect to his Saturn. Let me pause a second to get the exact lore, because he J.D. Vance, he also had another progression to Saturn on April the 1st, 2025. So let me get the exact astrology. Pause. Okay, I think I found a little soap in my eye, whatever. Hopefully I got it off. But anyway, I'm not gonna redo this. It's gonna be a one take. So anyway, so for J.D. Vance on June the 18th, 2025, that's when his progressed moon made is it a square? Let me pause. So I believe his progressed moon made a quincunx to I believe his progressed Saturn. It's Aries progressed moon and a Virgo, no, Scorpio Saturn. So yeah, it's a quincunx. Anyway, so that was a bad event for J.D. Vance, and what happened was Donald Trump, well, they all apparently ordered the strikes on the Iranian nuclear energy sites or reported energy sites. Anyway, so that may have been a distraction from all the stuff that was going on in regards to the No Kings protest and the riots that was going on and the lawmakers that was killed around the time. And I did say during my video post around that time, I said that that if nothing had happened by June the 10th, I would quit astrology. And then all this stuff went down. I'm like, I wanted to quit, but maybe God has me doing this for a reason. I don't know. I wish I could get paid for it. Anyway, so thinking about now, and the Hillary Clinton depositions and the Bill Clinton depositions, and these lawmakers now saying that Donald Trump should be pulled in front of Congress and questioned and stuff like that. And I believe there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's going on too. But it's like, in my opinion, I think that being that the Democrats all the way back when, from 2016 to 2024, they were dragging Trump through the mud, and so it's kind of, you can say, karmic that the Democrats, they don't know what to expect in regards to being dragged through something, and they were probably referring to the Clintons for now, but there's probably a slew of other people that let me close that door. Let me pause a second. Okay, I'm back. Maybe it's just the Clintons that's gonna go down, and then when the Clintons go down, that's when people start going crazy. It creates a civil war like situation. Because what I noticed, I made my video yesterday, and I ended it in regards to, I think, the month of August. Hillary Clinton, she's having some first of all, so August, Hillary Clinton, she's having some crazy astrology going on. So who goes down first might be Bill Clinton, probably in the month of May and July 2025. The climax should be inside of May, and the conclusion in regards to Bill Clinton may be inside of July. And Hillary Clinton, she may think that she gets off somehow, some way. However, in August, a major secret could be exposed that causes extreme anger, violent extreme anger, and then this is the month of August. So this is around August 9th, yeah, because Bill Clinton, something shocking happens in regards to him. And see, it's double shocking because Bill Clinton's progressed Uranus, his progressed retrograde Uranus will conjoin his natal Uranus. And so that's already happened all the way back on August the 11th. But the moon, his progressed moon has not aspected it yet. And so let me pause for a second. Okay, I think I'm dealing with the ghost of Jerry, the rat, who stole my banana. If my big banana, as a matter of fact. But anyway, I'll get to this story in a minute. I'm trying to get the astrology over with. Hey, pause for a second. I'm back. If this is Jerry fucking with me, I told y'all to get your ass. I told y'all to get your ass. Anyway, the point. Let me pause. Okay, I'm back. So I think I stopped. I'm stuck on these dates of the month of May, which is the climax in regards to this Epstein situation or this scandal, because I don't know if it's going to be Epstein or not, in regards to Bill Clinton. And then it concludes in regards to Bill Clinton on July the 20th, 2026. However, the month of August, Hillary Clinton, she has some weird astrology going on where a very, very slow moving planet in regards to progression is her Pluto, who I believe conjoin her natal Mars, I believe. And so angering, violent, secret, something could get exposed. Something crazy happened that's bad in regards to her. And it's karmic because her progressed moon will make an aspect to, I believe, her nodes at the same time. And so maybe she can get arrested for some reason too. And people could probably be thinking like, oh, it wasn't Hillary Clinton this entire time. It was Bill Clinton. And yet Donald Trump's like, oh no, I got some else in store for this bitch too. You want to lock me up? You want to lock me up? Okay. Too competitive game. But this is just a guess for now. Anyway, so that's August, and then but after that, Donald Trump has to go into survival mode because it's like something that he does around this time that forces him to go into survival mode. And again, he's not going to be talking about the midterm elections and so something could come up that could change his trajectory and start and in regards to the midterm elections. However, for some reason inside of March 2027, his circles gets lucky. But then again, there's still bad astrology going on around the time. So things are going to get crazy later on this year. Right, starting May. Now, the Clintons have done this interview. They testified, and something could come up in regards to Epstein around March the 15th. In regards to internet outages, Prince Andrew, Virginia Frey, and the outages, right? And Epstein. And around the same time, I think Hillary Clinton on the 4th, that's the 15th, where transit Mercury inside the sky will conjoin transit Mars inside the sky. And that deals with information in regards to Epstein, Prince Andrew, Virginia Frey, and internet outages. However, on the 14th of March, 2026, Hillary Clinton, I believe her progressed moon will make an aspect to her Chiron. Let me get the astrological lore real quick. So no, on March the 14th, 2026, for Hillary Clinton, her progressed moon will oppose her natal Pluto. And the last time this happened was on December 4th, 1908. And it's 15 days before Bill Clinton's impeachment. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop there with the astrology. Because that's I've already said this already. And nothing really big happened on the 26th. I mean, the 26th and the 27th. But I was going to say the Department of Justice. James Comer, he did say that these those depositions were constructive. And the thing about it is that I don't know what's going on, but I would think that they're putting the fear of God inside of the Clintons. because that's what happened with Donald Trump. He was drugged through the mud, and then nothing. But the astrology shows that there is something going on with the Clintons. I don't know what it is, but we should see by May, the month of May, the full month of May, and then so on past then, and then July. There's July 4th, 2026, where transit Mars will conjoin Uranus side of the sky. Maybe violent justice. I don't know. And then, like I said, on the 20th of July, 2026, that should be the end of whatever's going on with Bill Clinton and either another Lewinsky-like scandal or whatever, or some kind of scandal. He's going through the same astrology as the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Not only that, on August 9th, 2026, that's when, for Bill Clinton, his progressed moon will make an aspect to his progressed retrograde Uranus and his natal Uranus on the same day. Right? Okay. So, on to my rat story. You gonna fuck with me now, Jerry? You gonna fuck with me? I don't hear anything. I don't hear any more squeaks. It's quiet in here. Let me pause a second to get my thoughts together, because it's been a long night, or a long day and night and day, to be more precise. My ear is still ringing from getting rid of this little bastard. I'm sorry if there are any animal rodent lovers watching this video. I'm so sorry. Click off now, because I mean, you know what? Keep on watching, because I gotta tell you this story. Oh, and before I forget, I need to say stars. Stars referencing Resident Evil 3 and the one of the main antagonists, Nemesis, because I keep forgetting about that, and also mentioning Bill Clinton and his 1998 impeachment due to the Starr report. The Danny Williams Clinton story, and keep in mind, Danny Williams Clinton is a black man who claims to be Bill Clinton's biological son. And the Star magazine, I believe they did some kind of blood test in regards to Danny Williams or whatever, and apparently it's supposedly had ruled out Bill Clinton as being Danny Williams Clinton's biological father. However, I think somebody else, and I think the magazine was called The Star or something like that. But however, somebody else, I believe, did an investigation, and I believe that the results came back inconclusive. I'm just referring to stars in the Star report in reference to Bill Clinton. And then I think lastly, there's probably a lot more, but I think the Star magazine also said something about Jennifer Flowers as well, or broke the news story about Jennifer Flowers. So I think I need to pause real quick, and I said I was going to talk about this rat situation. Oh, and I'm mentioning Resident Evil 3 because Resident Evil 9 was released on the same day as Bill Clinton's deposition in regards to the deal, in regards to being in front of the House Oversight Committee. And let me pause a second to get that, because I need to catch it. I need to get my breath for a second. Okay, so the astrology that when you think of stars, you think about this astrology. And so again, Resident Evil 2 came out on January 21st, 1998. 5 days later, on January 26th, 1998, that's when Bill Clinton claimed to not have sexual relations with that woman or Monica Lewinsky. The astrology that was shown inside of Bill Clinton's chart was his progressed moon making an opposition to his natal ascendant. A day later, on January 27th, 1998, that's when Hillary Clinton, she had to do an interview with Matt Lauer, I believe, on the Today Show. I forgot now. So, and I think the astrology that was shown inside of her chart was her progressed moon making an aspect toward Mars. I forgot which one, and that happened on January 19th, 1998. Okay, moving on. So, I think that Bill Clinton's impeachment ended on February 12th or 9th, 1999. And the astrology that was shown inside of his chart was his progressed moon making a quincunx to his progressed descendant. So let me see. I need to find out. I need to figure out when Resident Evil 3 was released. Let me pause a second. Okay, I don't know where I stopped at. But again, Bill Clinton, his impeachment ended on, I believe, February the 12th, 1999. But I think the astrology was shown in his chart on. No, I think I got it backwards. His impeachment ended on February the 9th, 1999. But the astrology was shown on February the 12th, 1999. That's where his progressed moon, I believe, quincunxed his progressed descendant. So Resident Evil 9 was released on September 22nd, 1999 in North America. And it deals with a monster who's hunting down these STAR agents who are investigating a major scandal in regards to the this pharmaceutical company trying to manufacture and sell biological weapons. Anyway, they're trying to uncover this huge scandal. And so there's this monster that's running around inside of the city trying to kill these agents that's screaming stars. And his name is Nemesis. Anyway, here's that it. So my point is that on July the 5th, 2025, Bill Clinton began to have the same astrology as the Monica Lewinsky scandal. And on that day, I think the DOJ they came out and said that Bill Clinton, not Bill Clinton, Epstein did in fact kill himself, and Epstein did not have a client list. Moving on. So on November 13th, 2025, Bill Clinton, he had the same astrology as the beginning of his impeachment. Keep in mind that on July 5th, 2025, it was shown to be the same astrology that happened when Bill Clinton claimed to not have had sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky. Okay. So on November 13th, 2025, Bill Clinton had the same astrology as the beginning of his impeachment. Okay. And so on that day, the shutdown government came back open. And the House, Senate, and Donald Trump, they signed a bill called the Epstein Transparency Act that basically allowed the release of all the information in regards to Epstein. And again, like I said, Bill Clinton was having the same astrology as the beginning of his impeachment. That's where his... Anyway, I'm not going to get to the astrology. I'm sorry now. So the next time, the end of this situation is shown to happen on July the 20th, 2026. Moving on. Well, so it's time to get back to the rat story. Let me pause for a second. No, I was trying to get to a point. On February 27th, 2026, Bill Clinton, of course, had his depositions, and he was subpoenaed to testify in front of Congress, which he did. But also on the same day, Resident Evil 9 came out. That was my point. Let me pause for a second to get my thoughts together, because I'm like, this rat situation. Okay, so the reason why I brought up Resident Evil 9 was because I believe that on February 26th, two days ago, the game was kind of released early for some people to play it early. And so I was trying to watch people play this game just so that like in the future I can buy it and play it for myself. And so I'm in my bed, and like there's this scary ass scene that happens in the beginning of the game. And I'm not gonna tell you what it is because it's like I don't want to spoil for anybody. But so I'm hearing stuff inside of the kitchen, and so I get up and I got my gun in my hand. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why now? And this is like during the climax of this scene, and this person's going crazy, doing crazy shit. I'm like, I'm paranoid. And shit moved on. And see, what happened was, I had a pineapple. And I had cut it up. And I left the rind, the bottom part and the top part on the counter. And I forgot about it because I cut it early inside the day. And I was like, you know what? I'm just trying to. I was doing some work, I believe, around that day. And so I was like, you know, I'm just going to leave it here and I'll get it later. I forgot about it. And so I go inside of the kitchen and I'm already paranoid, scared because I'm watching this people play this Resident Evil 9 game. And so I hear something drop on the floor. And so I still scurry off. It's big. I keep in mind, I think I've seen this rat one time, but this was like months ago. And so he scurried off and I'm like, and it's dark. I got my flashlight, but it's dark. And before my flashlight could catch it, it scurried off. And so I'm like, okay, so it's the rat. Okay. Like, of all the times you want to do some crazy shit, you want to do it now? But it was kind of like my fault because I left the pineapple on the counter, the rinds. And so I walked to the counter. I was like, okay, that's what's going on. So he had knocked over a bottle of seasonings. I forgot the seasoning now. So apparently it stole the bottom portion of the rind because the top portion of the rind, it has like leaves on it, and so I guess it was too heavy for it to pull. And so I threw the rind outside. I was like, I'll take care of it tomorrow. Because I was scared, okay? I was watching Resident Evil 9. That's why I was playing. And so I go back to my room. And see, I had some pineapples on my bed. Like, to cut up on a plate. And so I was like, you know what, this little fucking rat's gonna probably try to get my pineapple. So I ate it. And put it inside, put the other rind inside a tall trash can. So it couldn't get inside of it. And if it did... it would make my life a lot easier in regards to how to get rid of it. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, I'm under my cover, watching Resident Evil 9, and I'm shaking. I'm like, and so next thing I hear a bag move, and so I had my pistol on me under my pillow, and as a matter of fact, I got two pistols on my pillow, and so. And my rifle was on the side of my bed too. And so I'm like, what the hell? What's moving on the fucking bed? I'm like, and so I lift my cover just a little bit. This big ass rat looked at me, turned his head, like he looked at me, and I'm like, and then jumped out the bed and ran. And I'm like, I couldn't shoot it because it was in the line of sight of my rifle. And so I'm like, I'm gonna kill your ass. This is like another. I was already dealing with a jump scare in regards to another scene of this game, and this scene was scary. Like I'm saying, it was scary. And it had this damn rat. I don't know how the hell it got on my. I'm like, first of all, how you get on my bed? And I didn't hear you. It was all on the bed in the middle, and I'm like, mind you. And so I said, I want to kill your ass. I want to kill your ass. I said in my last video, because and so, no. So I'm not done. I said in my last video, though, I had a banana on my bed. And I had just recently bought some adult toys. In lieu of, there's an incident I had with, I say it's probably the FBI, but who knows? But it was this Indian man. He said that there was an incident. And I had to report him for what he did. And so I was depressed around that time, right? Point. I'm so sorry. I bought some adult toys to make the people who was watching me, if it was the FBI watching me or whatever. It sounds crazy right now, and it is crazy, but still, I'm getting to the point. So I bought some adult toys, some standing still adult toys, because this rat. I had a friend that committed suicide all the way back in 2017. And when she closed down her shop or whatever, she ended up letting me have like some adult toys, because she had a pawn shop. She sold adult toys, adult movies, and other stuff too. And so, who's she gonna get the adult toys to? Because this is adult toys. So I was like, I don't really care. Whatever, I'll take them. And so I had them in my back room. And so there's another rat inside of here that just watch my Christmas Day story that happened. I posted on, not Christmas Day story, but I posted on Christmas Day. I forgot the name of it. I think it's called I Almost Quit Astrology. Anyway, so my point. So this banana. I had a banana on my bed all the way back when. I forgot the exact date. And so I was thinking like, there's no damn way a rat could move a big ass banana. I'm talking. This banana was huge. I think my point in regards to talking about the adult toys was the simple fact of the matter that you have to watch my get to the point. It's a lot. Anyway, so I'm watching Resident Evil 9. And so I've already seen the rat one time on my bed. And I'm like, how the fuck you get on my bed? And then and I didn't hear you or anything like that. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm in the bed. I'm not really scared of the rat because I'm like, whatever. And so I'm still watching Resident Evil 9. This rat pops back up, knocks a plate off my bed onto the floor. And I'm like, I gotta kill your ass. But I couldn't do it because that night, because I'm in the bed. It's like 1:00 in the morning. Shit moving inside the house and shit. I'm freaking out. I'm already watching Resident Evil. A scary ass game. I'm like, so the next day, because I probably sound crazy. I mean, you have to go back and watch my video that I made on Christmas Day called "I Don't Squid Astrology," because of this incident with either an Indian man who's something or the FBI. I don't know. But anyway, so I get up the next day, and I'm like, I'm already scared and stuff, and I couldn't even get to watching the Resident Evil 9. I didn't even watch the reactions of Hillary Clinton's deposition, nor anything in regards to Bill Clinton, because I'm up trying to watch Resident Evil 9 or watch the gameplays and stuff. So I'm sitting on my couch. I'm mad as hell, scared and mad as hell because I had watched Resident Evil, and so I said I was gonna get this little bitch. I was gonna get him. So I ain't gonna say what I did. Not on YouTube. Like, give me banned. Anyway, the rat's dead now. I got shit moving over there. As soon as I said the rat's dead now, it's like something like, you think I'm dead. No. Anyway, who knows? There might be another rat inside there. I don't know. I'm tired now. I'm tired. So that's one thing. That's one thing about in regards to this rat. If anybody's like, oh my God, you killed this rat. Look, there was a point in time where I was trying to set up her and just find a way to capture this rat and just take it somewhere and just be done with it. It wouldn't work. And so one night, it was pitch black dark inside his house. And so I'm just hearing stuff move. And so I'm walking outside the kitchen. This little rat had the fucking balls. He had the balls to run across my feet and do it twice in the dark. I couldn't see it. And it was like he was trying to scare the shit out of me. And to have the balls to get on my bed and take my plate and knock on the floor. Keep in mind, this damn rat, he stole my dog. He stole a lighter off my table. What you doing inside the walls? You smoking cigarettes back there? Like what the fuck? He stole my dental floss. What you gonna do? You gonna brush your teeth? I don't know. What you like? Stole my toothbrush. Stole some socks. I'm like, look, it's bad when you try to stay home and like because you can't handle people too much anymore. You're at the house and here we go with some other shit with someone you can't. Anyway, I probably sound crazy as shit right now, but whatever. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not going to stop and say anything about Hillary Clinton nor Bill Clinton because I want to watch the full depositions before I give any kind of input. All I can do is really give the astrology, which is what it is. In regards to Iran, I've already said my piece on that. I think that pretty much it's the distraction from whatever else is going on that's going on behind the scenes or in front of us. You never know. So let's see. I had some notes here that I want to go over because I'm like, yeah. Anyway, so let me see here. Let me pull up real quick, and then we're gonna move on from this. How long has this been? 34 minutes. I'm trying to end this at 45 minutes. Pause. So I'm trying to go down these notes live. So anyway, um, my ears still ringing from getting rid of that damn rat. It really is. But when I saw that rat on my bed, I'm up watching Resident Evil 9. You know that game is scary. Well, it's not. It is scary in some points, and for some reason, this rat popped up during the most scariest periods of the fucking game, and I'm like, and so he gonna look at me. Let me pause. But that damn rat, he was gonna look at me and like you can't touch this. Dun 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 dun. He gonna jump out the damn bed. I'm like, like you just fuck on me. You just fuck on me. Anyway, let's see here. What else? Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So ever since I predicted Charlie Kirk's death or whatever, it's like there's been airplanes. Well, ever since I made a video about it, there's been airplanes flying over my house or whatever, and it's like, and also early February, it's like my Amazon account got hacked, and so around the time or whatever, I was just scrolling through YouTube, and I was watching a James O'Keefe video. Well, no, I saw a James O'Keefe video, and it was like if somebody hacked your account, it might be the FBI. So pay attention. And so days later after I watched that video, I got a notification saying that my Apple account, they're asking for something from my Apple account. So I mean, what I concluded is the fact that the FBI they got into my Amazon account, and then went through my entire purchase history, and saw that I purchased an Apple computer a long time ago, and it's trying to get information in regards to my Apple computer. Anyway, good luck with that. Like I wish my life was interesting. I mean, you know what? No, I don't wish my life was interesting. I wish I had enough money. I wish I had enough money to do something. Because I know my Amazon account looks like I'm a sleeper agent or something like that, or yeah, some kind of sleeper cell or something like that. Because I'm like, I got all my purchases were like in relation to prepper items, like bags for guns, or it would look like some boots, some gloves, like a knife, all prepper stuff, a solar panel or something like that. Like, who is this guy? I feel bad for anybody trying to investigate me. They're probably like, what the fuck is this guy? Yeah, I'm just an average guy or whatever who right now hates rats. Anyway, so back to my notes. So I said I finally got rid of Jerry, or in reference to Tom and Jerry. I said hashtag Jerry's dead. The rat has been eradicated. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry for anybody who wants to protect these rodents or whatever. There was an incident on Astro Seek where this one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but he knows who he is if he ever watches this. He apparently had an incident with a rat as well, and so when he showed the picture of the of the what he did to this rat, everybody freaked out. Like, it was like, oh my god, the poor rat. I finally understand. I mean, I finally understand what he meant in regards to this rat having a rat inside of your house. I never knew that things could get this wild. To have a rat on your bed, looking you dead inside your eyes, trying to take your food, trying to take your plate. And I'm like, and you up there watching a scary ass movie on your phone. You're like, or a scary ass game on your phone, a gameplay. That was like the worst. Anyway. And so he said that the rat took a shit inside of his cereals and chewed a whole entire cereal and took a shit inside of it too. Well, I think I got a beat. Maybe I don't, but anyway. Oh yeah, this rat. It stole a pen of one of my pens. I'm gonna put thing that FBI agent came inside my house just like that and just stole a pen. Like, we took something from yours. Did you notice this? We moved a picture. Did you notice that? Anyway, it sounds crazy, but whatever. Crazy stuff was happening ever since I predicted Charlie Kirk's death. Anyway, mm-mm-mm. My ear's still ringing. I need to talk about Candace Owens. I wanted to end this at. I can probably get it squeezed in here. Let me pause a second though. Okay, so Candace Owens. I think she's made like a documentary in regards to Erica Kirk or whatever. And honestly, I probably couldn't. I probably got through about like 6 minutes of one of those videos. I'm gonna try to watch the whole thing today because there really isn't anything else that I want to watch because again, the Hillary Clinton depositions have not been released yet, and Bill Clinton's his depositions haven't been released yet either. So as of 2:00 p.m. February the 28th. Now, Candace Owens. Honestly, I would not be even thinking about Charlie Kirk right now if she was not creating drama in regards to Charlie Kirk right now. And so that's why I'm like, you know what? I always think dual thoughts. The optics of the situation, and how can you use it? How can you use that as your benefit? In regards to Charlie Kirk, me predicting Charlie Kirk's assassination, that was never my goal. Like my goal is pretty much to pretty much get is to give the astrology in regards to the Clintons. That's what it always has been. He was just a byproduct of that. And it what it does is it display it showcases my skills in regards to astrology. But I really got lucky. I saw everybody else doing the astrology or whatever in regards to that, and I was like, Donald Trump's not going to die, because they thought it was going to be Donald Trump. I was like, no, it's going to be somebody inside of his circle, because you can just looking at the astrology. Now it could have been him, but I don't know why. I had a feeling that it was going to be it wasn't going to be Donald Trump. Anyway, Candace Owens. So I'm looking at this another YouTuber in regards to I'm not gonna say she's a Democrat or a Republican, but it seems like her points of views favor the Democrats more, and so she's now talking about Candace Owens. And see, normally she wouldn't be talking. I don't think that she would be talking about Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens if it wasn't for Candace Owens creating this drama in regards to Charlie Kirk. So even though it may seem like, oh my God, Candace Owens, how could you? You're a demon. You're this. You're that. Your dog hates you. Like nobody likes you. Even your dog hates you. I love that. Referring to, I think, no, he didn't say that to say that about her. Anyway, so there's a lot of drama that's going on. I don't really care. Because the more drama there is in regards to the Charlie Kirk situation, the more people talk about it, the less people forget about it. Because I wouldn't be thinking about it. I forgot the day that he was assassinated. If I didn't predict the day that he was assassinated or whatever, I won't remember it. As a matter of fact, I was going through I was trying to create another video, and I think I said the wrong day. I said that he was probably assassinated on October the 14th, and I'm like, because I'm not saying that he's not famous. It's the fact that people, when it comes to political figures, people forget. Yeah, and so to keep hammering at whatever that's going on in regards to Charlie Kirk, it keeps his name in the news. So I'm not against or for it. I understand how I've lost my best friend to suicide. Nobody else remembers her, and yet I really relive the same situation over and over and over and over again in my head every day. And so, but yet nobody cares. Their life has moved on. So for Candace Owens to be perpetuating anything in regards to Charlie Kirk, it's a curse and a blessing at the same time, because people are going to still be talking about Charlie Kirk. So yeah, is it wrong, or is it, you have to think of what is what is Candace Owens' intention behind everything she's doing? And another question is, why hasn't Erica Kirk sued Candace Owens yet? Has there been some talks behind the scenes where pretty much we're gonna, in my opinion, that they could probably be playing chess or 40 chess and have the optics be like, oh my God, I'm so mad at you, Candace Owens, and Candace Owens like, yeah, I'm that bitch, and then you just keep Charlie Kirk's name inside the news instead of him being forgotten. You got to think on a bigger scale, a bigger level. I mean, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Candace Owens is whatever you want to call her. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, yeah, I don't care. Anyway, so that's Candace Owens. And another thing is Dan Bongino. He may or may not be referencing Candace Owens in this video. But the thing about it is that if Candace Owens, and maybe Erica Kirk too, was playing like 40 chess or whatever, if I was inside of Candace Owens' shoes or whatever, I would be pissed off at Dan Bongino. Because you'll be like, you are part of the FBI and yada 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 yada, and you can't see what I'm doing. You can't see that I'm trying to keep Charlie Kirk's name. I don't. There's a thin line between love and hate, and so if I can walk that line, if I can toe that line, and while also keeping Charlie Kirk's legacy in the media, I'll do that. That makes sense. I'll be the bad guy. I don't mind being the bad guy. I've always been a bad guy. Yeah. So I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that could be one of the reasons she's doing what she's doing. Who knows? But I mean, I'm nobody. So anyway, my ear is still ringing, man. So let's see here. I'm still thinking about the damn rat. Can't look at me. He looked me dead in my eye. Like, can't touch his. And then they're gonna jump out the damn fucking bed and run off. I'm like, I got his ass. I got it. I'm sorry. You have no idea the terror. The terror I felt at that moment when there's this scene where Smiles getting fucked up in his game, and I'm like, and then this rat is just like, I'm like, what the fuck you doing about that? And he came back 2 or 3 times on my bed. Like I didn't hear him or see him. I only looked when I cover up, and he saw me. He ran off. He had the balls to get on my bed. The balls. And I'm not scared of like, look, look, maybe in 2017 I'd have been like, oh my God, after going through the shit I've been through these past years, look, I'll be surprised. I'm not gonna jinx myself. I'm not gonna curse myself. You know what? Thank God, keep blessing me. But can you bless me a little bit more? A lot more, please. I'm not gonna complain, but I'm not gonna complain. But if if there's a relief coming, like now would be great. Anyway, because it can always get worse. So I'm not gonna complain. It's a fucking rat. Anyway. And so let's see here. Hack the count. I'm not gonna talk about politics right now in regards to that. I think that's because this is pure politics. That's another video for later on. So I'm thinking about, there are people saying that Dan Bongino may have been alluding to the fact that he was upset with Candace Owens. Let me say it like that. So reportedly and allegedly, in my opinion, and multiple people's opinions, that Dan Bongino may have been alluding to Candace Owens in regards to what he was saying. Tim Pulitzer outright said that he's tired of Candace Owens, And I forgot the other guy and the other guy. But there's this one guy. You know, I want to try to find. I can't do that because my phone. I'm using this phone to record. What is his name? Let me try to find his name real quick, and then I'll be back. Pause. Okay, so I think this guy's name is what, Brandon Tatum. So I think Dan Bongino, Brandon Tatum, Tim Pool, and who else? There's one more. Anyway, in a video that is seemingly a Democratic leaning influencer, she made in regards to Brandon Tatum, Dan Bongino. I don't think Tim Pool was inside this video, but other people. I think you know what? Let me get my opinion. I think she posted this video in regards to him saying something about if he died, I think Brandon Tatum, if he died, he would leave his. I might have the name wrong. I might have the face and the name wrong, so I might be wrong. But I think he said if he died, that he would leave his legacy to his wife. He would do the same thing in regards to what Charlie Kirk, what's going on with Charlie Kirk and Eric Kirk or whatever. And so I am not gonna sit up and I need to get to a point. I would never, ever try to disrespect Erica Kirk and what's going on in her life. Because been there. Like I said, I had my friend commit suicide basically in front of me. And had to deal with that stuff. And then also my mother, she passed away like right before Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I think. People grieve differently. When you've seen so much death, and when you've lost something that that nothing else can equate to, you deal with grief very, very differently. Charlie Kirk may have been her life, and etc., but she's probably been through something that hit even harder than that. Just saying. So you can't just judge how people grieve. So I would never, ever disrespect anybody in their process of grieving. Just like also people who claim to have illnesses and yet look like they're fine. I learned the hard way that just because somebody looks fine and looks good, they may not be good. I learned that all back in 2012, 13, 14. Anyway, so you have to be very, very careful. And I'm referring to in regards to Candace Owens. However, in regards to these other people having these platforms, and I'm thinking about Dan Bongino, Brandon Tatum, Tim Pool. I mean, they say so much stuff, and pretty much it's sometimes the things that they say, they lack empathy. Just like but one thing that stood out for Dan Bongino to me is that he says either in the beginning of his shows or at the end, he always says thank you for being here, thank you for supporting me, thank you for choosing to watch me, because that's empathy. Because he could have nothing if you weren't watching him. I'm looking at Donald Trump. This is my entire point. Well, okay, let me go back to Brandon Tatum though. I might be wrong about the name, but I think that Brandon Tatum, he was saying somebody he would leave his legacy to his wife and kids and all this other stuff, whatever. And yet still support. I'm not gonna say everything Donald Trump does. Anyway, the point: Donald Trump cut a lot of these jobs inside of the government. And just to I think the lower how much money I believe the government was spending and trying to get the $2 trillion deficit down or something. I forgot what you call it specifically, but understand those are jobs, and people need jobs. So, and I think he said he instead, I think instead of them being government jobs, now they're going to be private sector jobs like that. Anyway, my point is that like the people that you don't like, that you're firing. I know he probably loves everybody, but I'm just saying the people who end up getting let go because either they may not be liked or their job isn't considered important. I mean, what are they supposed to do in regards to their lifestyles and etc. My other point is I'm looking at Tim Pool, his job in regards to being a news commentator or whatever. Okay, so when the AI apocalypse gets here, there are people that tolerate some things that he say, but yet still what he's speaking on is important at the time. What is he going to do when he's replaced by something that's quicker, faster, better, and far more accurate? What is Dan Bongino? Because I cannot get through Dan Bongino's videos. He's a very attractive male, but and he's empathetic in regards to some things. No, he's empathetic. He's really empathetic. He's a sweet guy. But I'm just saying, and then Brandon Tatum or whatever. This is something to shut up right now. And then what's the other man's name? Byron, whatever. Was it Fresh and Fit or whatever? I want to shut up. Okay. Anyway, so I guess my point is have empathy. Because you never know where you will be. Hell, 4 years from now. Anyway, so there goes to Candace Owens too. But you have to think about why she's doing what she's doing. She's not crazy. She's not stupid. The girl is smart. And yet still also yeah. Trump cutting government jobs. But they still need jobs. And they are, yeah. What are they going to do? Anyway, in regards to that, even if they are despised or hated or whatever, what are they going to do in regards to a job? It sounds stupid, but it's like, so you go from making what 200. Well, how much these people probably make? They probably make like, we'll just say $100,000 a year to being forced to go to work at McDonald's and make like 30, 40, 50,000 a year. Anyway, because of government changes or whatever. Anyway, that's a political video. That's political. So I'm not going to talk about that inside this video. I just want to sit up and talk about just the rat situation. And Resident Evil 9. That's a pretty good game. I wish it had a few more jump scares. It's like the beginning was full of jump scares, and the middle was like, and then the end was like, oh my god. It was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting. I liked it. I didn't like the middle part, but well, you know what? I missed some scenes, so I can't say that I didn't like the part. Well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's a very good game. It's a very good game. Mm-hmm. The rest of this is political. So that rat, if you got this far into this video, in the end, what I did to get rid of it, because I've been trying to get rid of this rat for about about 8 months now. I didn't want to hurt it. Honestly, I was trying to find a way to get it out of the house by any means necessary. But when this bitch jumped when I found this bitch in my bed, and when I was trying to watch Resident Evil died, and he was just sitting there like, "Oh, you're distracted. Let me get this." And then also, You gonna give me a look like da 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 da. Can't touch this. Da, da, da. Don't jump off the damn bed. I couldn't do shit about it. I'm like, so he chewed a hole in my wall, mind you, and I'm still trying to not hurt this rat. I put a plate of food right in front of his wall. And I just sat there and waited. And I saw him walk by this wall. Now I didn't have my pistol ready. So I said that wait. I was like, I wonder. And so you know what I did? You know what I did? I started playing Resident Evil. I pushed play on a Resident Evil 9 video gameplay. Next you know, no less than about like 2 minutes later, his head popped up, and my finger was at the wall of my trigger. I said, "Game over, bitch." My finger was at the wall. If you know anything about pistols, it was at the wall. Like think about a revolver and having a hammer cocked back. Okay, it was at the wall. he got right in my sights. That was it. It was over with. Got him out of the wall and got him out of the house. That was it. And I put a plate on the floor in the middle of the kitchen, just in case there's another one, just so I would know that there was another one inside of here. If there was one inside of here, but the plate was either the other rats figured it out that I would shoot their asses too, or there aren't more rats inside here. Who knows? Anyway, the rat shouldn't have scared me when I was watching Resident Evil 9. Okay, come on. That was the worst. That was like the worst. Imagine watching a jump scare and getting a jump scare in real life. Come on. Oh shit. Anyway, this is too much storage. I want to stop this video at 1 hour and 3 minutes, or 3 minutes and probably 33 seconds. But anyway, so again, Resident Evil 9 came out on the same day that Bill Clinton he was subpoenaed to testify in front of Congress. And it's funny that Resident Evil 2 came out, and that was on February 27, 2026. And it's funny that all the way back in 1998, on February 21st, on January 21st, 1998, that's when Resident Evil 2 came out, which is the most popular Resident Evil game inside the franchise, in a lot of people's opinions. But 5 days later, on the 26th of January, 1998, that's when Bill Clinton claimed to not have sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky. Anyway, it's crazy that I finally ended up shooting that rat on the same day that Bill Clinton had his deposition. It died yesterday on the 27th of February, 2026. Anyway, is there anything else I need to put inside this video? We already at, okay, so let me see. Is there anything else? So, Danny Williams Clinton, Jennifer Flowers, Paula Jones, Monica Lewinsky. I think that's it for me. I'm gone. Bye.